Hi again. So last time when we have done the presentation, we have put and uploaded the projects to Azure. So right now we have a web application into Azure that contains the API and another one that contains the client side part, which is the front end, and also we have SQL as a service inside Azure. Right now, we are going through the third part where we are going to create two Azure functions. We are going to have in the third part two parts. The first one, we are going to create the Azure function that will be responsible for creating tasks, and the second part will be creating the second Azure function from the portal, which will play the role of a proxy. So let's get started. So here I'm going to the solution that contain our program, and we are going to look for add new project. Here we are going to choose Azure Functions. Okay, next, to do sample and create. Okay, I have already a project like this inside the solution. To do function. Okay, for the Azure function, there is a lot of templates like the HTTP trigger, which will be related to post or get requests that we are going to send. There is even grid trigger, there is a durable function, there is a blob trigger, there is a time trigger, which will be do requests via time. Queue trigger, rapid quicker trigger, centigrade, but our focus today will be on HTTP request, and we are going to work with HTTP trigger. For storage account, we are not going to use stores, so we choose no. For authorization level here, we are not going to use authorization, so we will keep this anonymous, and we will create the Azure function from here. Okay, this is the Azure functions right here. So what exactly we are going to do? We are going to copy the same model that we have. We are going later to implement the method responsible for creating. We are going to add the context and the connection string, and we are going to test this method using the postman. So let's go step by step. So here we are going to copy the same model here to do. We are going to have the same one here to do. Okay, let's copy this. Okay, here we have the same model. We may not need this, but I will keep it anyway. Okay, I'm going to copy the DB context too. Okay, here this is the DB context. I will copy all the DB, not all of it, but, and we need to add the DB context. It will be required here to install entity framework core, but here you must make sure not to install the local version, which is 5.0, or use this version. It will not work. You need to install version like 3 or something like that, not greater than 3, I think. So we'll go here and we are going to look for 3.1.2, and we are going to click on install. Okay, here we can then use that Microsoft Entity Framework core. Okay, fine, great. We have the to-do class, we have the context, and now we are going to add a startup class to inject our connection string. So add class startup. Here we are going to inject our connection string. So let's do this. to go faster, I will copy the configuration right here, and we need to install also the Microsoft Azure Function extension. Find and install latest version. Okay, cool. Okay, fine. One more thing here at Adb Context, we need to install. We need to use the Microsoft extension dependency injection. Cool, like that. Great. Here we need to install Microsoft Entity Framework Core SQL Server. Also, we cannot use the version 5.0. We need to install the version like the other one, 3.1.2. Okay, install, and it will be imported. Yes, it's working. Let's build the project. Okay, here inside the host.json, I have added the SQL connection string. It's the same one that I have here inside app settings.json. And right now we need to create our functions. I will just copy and paste the function that I have already prepared for the demo. Okay, I will explain later what we have done here, but first I need to inject the context. So let me copy this. Okay, we need more static. Okay, and here we have to. So here the task DB context was not public. This is what have made our application not working fine. Here I'm logging the information about creating a new to-do list, and actually we are going to accept to-do item. Here in the quest body we are reading the body and serializing, converting the serializing actually that body object, which is a to-do object, and here we are creating a new object, and we are adding the object to that to do, and later we are going to save the object and we will return with the input. Okay, great. I think here everything is fine and done. We need to do one more thing here to the startup class, so it will not cause problems. And here it's not the right name. Yes. Okay, let's build the solution. We are going to test this, and later we are going to push it to Azure in the same resource group that we have created. So first, let's put this as a startup project, and let's run the Azure function. Okay, our application run. We need to copy this link right here, and we are going to open Postman and paste it here. Here I'm going to put the object and which contain the name and priority 1, and the object I'm put it here YouTube. Okay, let me open the database. This is from Azure. Let me execute the select statement, and here we have a couple of objects. Let me actually delete from okay, I deleted everything from the table here, and if I click execute, there is nothing here. And let's try our Azure function. Okay, we have a problem. Let me see what's going on right here. Let's open command. Oh, the connection string is not fixed, so I have put something wrong inside the connection string. So it's supposed to be SQL connection string, and I think I have put a wrong name. Okay, now it's fine. Let's run this again. It's running. It's going to be run again. Okay. I think, okay, right now we can test the application again. Let's send the post requests. Okay, one more time, it's wrong. The connection string value cannot be null. Okay, let me go back to the solution, SQL connection string, and the startup containing the SQL connection string. I think I finally have understand that I put the connection string inside the host instead of the local settings.json. Okay, now it's fine. Let's run the solution, and I'm quite sure right now it will be working right fine. Okay, this happens always when there is a demo only. And if your application start fine from the first time, remember that maybe there is problem with your source code. So let's actually test this again. Yes, it's working fine. Let's test this with 0 face. Go running. Go for run. Okay, let's go back to the SQL database that we have here, and let's run. Okay, here we have our items already in the database. Let's go check our website that we have created yesterday. Okay, as you can see here, we have the 3 items that we have created together, and I'm going to delete the go for run because I'm a bit tired right now, and let me click on delete. Okay, it's deleted. Let's go check our database. Yes, it's have been deleted. Great. Now we are going to actually push the code source in Azure. So we are going to have our application hosted in Azure right now. And later, do not forget, we are going to create another Azure function, and we are going to delete the post method from the API. So let's right click on the solution and click on publish. Azure as usual. Azure function on Windows. Okay, you can host your Azure function on Linux or on app container, and I already have this. You can find inside my YouTube content that I have Azure functions dockerized. Next. Okay. So here I have already a couple of Azure functions, but I'm not going to use another one of these. So let me go back and see here app modern demo. Okay, I'm not going to do this resource group. Let me check. Actually, I'm going to create a new one. So I'm going to create a new resource group, Azure Functions for demo. And the plan, I will go with consumption. You can either choose consumption, premium, or app service plan. So in the consumption, base it on your consumptions, and you have like 1 million free calls. The premium, which is the highest paid one, and the app service plan is like the app service plan when you create a web application. Location, North Europe. And the Azure storage, I will choose to create a new one. North Europe, to do functions, demo. Okay. Great, and create. Okay, here our app service will be created and it will be pushed inside Azure. We may need to wait a couple of minutes. I will pause the video until this is being created. So as you can see here, the plan have been created, and right now I'm going to just click finish. Okay, the plan have been created, so I'm going to click on publish, and here I have a warning about the application insights. I will not take care of this right now.